Something else I don't understand, motivation tapes, motivation books. What happened here? Suddenly everybody needs to be motivated? It's a fairly simple thing. Either you want to do something or you don't. What's the big mystery? Besides, if you're motivated enough to go to the store to buy a motivation book, aren't you motivated enough to do that? So you don't need the book. Put it back. Tell it.
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy!
So, you guys, I've actually been fighting off a damn fever for like 2 days, and I'm finally feeling a little bit better. But they always say that laughter is the best medicine. So we're about to find out. I figured I'll do a couple of reactions for my second channel because it deals with laughter, and then I'm just gonna chill because I got kind of obliterated, you guys. It's weird because I think it has something to do with getting older too, you know. But anyways, who gives a f? We bringing it back with the GOAT, George Carlin. Y'all always ask me to react to George Carlin, and I found this clip. It's 13 minutes long. It's George Carlin on some cultural issues. I liked where we're starting off. So if you guys are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe. Blah. But also show some love to George Carlin online. Obviously, he's no longer with us, but you can stream, I think, some of his specials. Whatever you can do to support bro, man. Let's get it. My reactions aren't a substitute for the original content. So we in here. Let's go.
Something else I don't understand, motivation tapes, motivation books. What happened here? Suddenly everybody needs to be motivated? It's a fairly simple thing. Either you want to do something or you don't. What's the big mystery? Besides, if you're motivated enough to go to the store to buy a motivation book, aren't you motivated enough to do that? So you don't need the book. Put it back. Tell the clerk, fuck you, I'm motivated. I'm going home. I'm going home.
Low key, that was like a little motivational. Like, that's like some David Goggins. Like, yo, George Carlin is on some shit, man. Like, that's actually kind of hard what he just did. He put it in a bit. He said it quick, but that was a stinger.
And can anyone explain to me the need for 1 hour photo finishing? You just saw the fucking thing.
That's how you could tell this is a throwback. He's talking about photo finishing. That's crazy.
How can you possibly be nostalgic about a concept like a little while ago? Another complaint, too many vehicles. There are some families in this country own entirely too many vehicles. You see them on the highway in an RV, but that's not enough for them. RV's not enough. Behind them, they're towing a motorboat, go-kart, dune buggy, dirt bike, jet ski, snowmobile, parasail, hang glider, windsurfing equipment, a hot air balloon, and a small two-man deep-sea diving bell. Doesn't anyone just take a fucking walk anymore? The only thing these people lack is a lunar excursion module.
Yo, y'all seen those RVs on the highway. If you're in America, you've seen them. Like, America's different, bro, because I remember when I toured through Europe, the streets are so damn small in Europe. The shit we have out here, you couldn't even have RVs. Like the dope RVs that we have out here where it's like a house on wheels. You can't even have one of those out there. I don't even know how you would drive out there with an RV. I don't think it's possible. Yeah. That's a flex. Like, people who have that shit, they just flexing like, oh, yeah, we got bread, man. Because, yeah, he ain't lying. There be fools that just have a gang of shit attached to their RV, and they'll just travel across the country. That's crazy.
Too many choices, America. It's not healthy. Another abomination. White guys over 10 years of age who wear their baseball hats backwards.
Hey, that ain't me.
Listen to me.
That was kind of strange.
White guys, let me tell you something. You're never going to be as cool as black guys. It's not going to happen. You're white and you're lame. It's a fucking law.
Oh, shit, no. I need you to help me cure whatever's going on, George, not kill me. Yo, they highlighted the homie with the... Oh, shit, I'm crying, son, I'm crying. You snap, bro. This dude snapped. He's going crazy. Damn. All right, hold on. Yo, hold up. I've done George Carlin reactions. He ain't been this funny to me. I've never had an explosive like moment where I'm like this. That's crazy. Let's go. he's snapping on this one.
Of nature. Turning your hat around and learning a complicated handshake will not make you cool. And you black guys, since you started the whole thing, I'm going to let you stay with the hats a little bit longer, but I think really, once you qualify for Social Security, it's time to spin that motherfucker around to the front again. All right?
Is that better? Are you happy, George?
Another tip for the men. The earring, the thing with the earrings, it's over. It's been over for a long time. Doesn't mean anything anymore. It was supposed to piss off the squares. The squares are wearing them now. Doesn't mean anything. It's just fucking jewelry. Unless you have an earring with a live baby hanging from it, it's just jewelry. And I want you to know I'm in favor of self-mutilation and personal disfigurement. I've always said there's nothing like puncturing and perforating your skin in a dozen or so places in order to demonstrate your high self-esteem. When I see a young man decorating his scalp with a soldering iron, I say, there's a happy guy. Thinks highly of himself. And haven't we gone a little overboard with these colored ribbons for different causes? Every cause has its own colored ribbon now. Red for AIDS, blue for child abuse, pink for breast cancer, green for the rainforest, purple for urban violence. I got a brown one. You know what it means? Eat shit, motherfucker! Eat shit, motherfucker!
I didn't know he'd get so mad. Like, he's going in, yo.
And what can we do to silence these Christian athletes who thank Jesus whenever they win?
Oh, don't hate on a Jesus moment.
Never mention his name when they lose. Not a word. You never hear him say, Jesus made me drop the ball. The good Lord tripped me up behind the line of scrimmage. According to these guys, Jesus is undefeated. Meanwhile, these assholes are in last place. Must be another one of those miracles. And speaking of delusional people, what about a guy who hears a voice in his head tells him to kill his entire family, so he does it? Is this the only thing a voice in the head ever tells these people to do is to kill others? Doesn't a voice ever tell a guy, go take a shit on the salad bar at Wendy's? Yeah. Doesn't a voice tell a guy to take out his dick on the merry-go-round once in a while? Well, some guys do take out their dicks on the merry-go-round, but usually it's their own idea. Something else I can do without: aftershave and cologne. And this disgusting shit that men put on their bodies. Just what I need in the elevator. Some guy standing next to me smells like a fucking pine tree. I said, go home and wash, you smelly prick. You smell like the urinal in a Portuguese cat house. Goddamn, guys are stupid. Guys are really fucking dumb. They think they're gonna get laid with this stuff, you know. Oh yeah, they put it on at home. Oh boy, I'll get laid tonight, You don't get laid with green shit that comes out of a bottle, okay? And the only smell that's gonna help you get laid might be your own natural scent. You have pheromones. It's a secondary sex characteristic. People in America, nervous about sex. They wanna cover that up and disguise it. Guys in Europe, they know how to live. Guy gets in the elevator over there, he smells like a pile of dog shit. Those people are sophisticated.
That's hilarious. There are huge cultural differences between America and when you travel, because like was I in France? Like they did that you recognize more body odor in France. That's where I've been. I've heard India too, you know, but I've never been to India, so I'm just speaking of what I've experienced. But yeah, in some places you experience way more body odor than you do in America.
Getting pretty tired of these guys walking around in cowboy hats and cowboy boots. You ever see these jack-offs? Can't we kill some of these motherfuckers walking around in a fucking cowboy hat? Grown man. It's not even Halloween, for Christ's sakes. I say, hey, Tex, grow up and get yourself a wardrobe consistent with the century you're living in. Why do certain men feel the need to dress up as mythic figures? You don't see anyone walking around in a pirate costume, do you? When's the last guy you ran into had on a Viking outfit? Make-believe cowboys. Closest they ever got to a cow is when they stopped to take a piss at an Arby's.
He's going in on cowboys. What's crazy, though, from my experience in America, fools who dress up like cowboys are typically cowboys. Like they're the only one. Like, cause I live in Colorado Springs, and on the east side, there's like legit cowboys that have like cattle farms and all types of stuff. So to each his own. To each his own. But he kind of going in.
And camcorders. Here is technology gone berserk.
Uh-oh. Man, if he would have made it to camera phones, Lord have mercy. I wonder what he'd be saying about that. Let's see.
And camcorders. Here is technology gone berserk. Everywhere you go now, there's some dick, some yo-yo, some putz with a camcorder, and he is going to tape everything. Doesn't anyone in this country just stop and look at things anymore? Sort of take them in? Maybe even remember them? Is that just a strange notion? Does experience have to be documented and brought home and saved on a shelf? And do people really watch this shit? Are people's lives so bankrupt they sit at home looking at things they already did? These guys are so intense, you know. It's always guys. They won't let women touch the cameras. It's a highly technical skill. Look through a hole, push on a button, big skill, and they all think they're Federico Fellini. You ever seen any of this shit? Low angles, zooms, and pans, and it's the same ugly 3 children in every goddamn shot. All the George Lucas magic in Hollywood is not going to change the unfortunate genetic configuration on the faces of these children. Keep these unfortunate youngsters out of public view. Now, a lot of these, hold on a sec. A lot of these cultural crimes I've been complaining about can be blamed on the baby boomers. Something else I'm a little tired of hearing about.
Boomers. Yo, that whole bit he just did about the camcorder was kind of prophetic. It was almost like a prophecy of what's to come with camera phones. Like, go back and listen to it. I'm not going to right now, but if you really just listen to what he said, it's kind of eerie, honestly. It's kind of eerie. That's what's kind of dope. Not kind of. That's what's dope about George Carlin's comedy is like he really touches on these subject matters that are like pretty in depth, real, relatable, and he flips them.
A lot of these cultural crimes I've been complaining about can be blamed on the baby boomers. Something else I'm a little tired of hearing about. The baby boomers. Whiny, narcissistic, self-indulgent people with a simple philosophy. Give me it, it's mine! Give me that, it's mine! These people were given everything. Everything was handed to them. And they took it all. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and they stayed loaded for 20 years and had a free ride. But now they're staring down the barrel of middle-age burnout, and they don't like it. They don't like it, so they've turned self-righteous. And they want to make things hard on younger people. They tell them abstain from sex, say no to drugs. As for the rock and roll, they sold that for television commercials a long time ago. So they could buy pasta machines and Stairmasters and soybean futures. Soybean futures. You know something? They're cold, bloodless people. It's in their slogans, it's in their rhetoric. No pain, no gain. Just do it. Life is short, play hard. Shit happens, deal with it. Get a life. These people went from do your own thing to just say no. They went from love is all you need to whoever winds up with the most toys wins. And they went from cocaine to Rogaine.
Oh my God. He snapped. Damn.
And you know something? They're still counting grams, only now it's fat grams. And the worst of it is the rest of us have to watch these commercials on TV for Levi's loose-fitting jeans and fat-ass Docker pants. Because these degenerate yuppie boomer cocksuckers couldn't keep their hands off the croissants and the Haagen-Dazs. And their big fat asses have spread all over and they have to wear fat-ass Docker pants. Fuck these boomers, fuck these yuppies, and fuck everybody now that I think of it.
Well, damn. He really on some other man, what have I seen from him? I saw the Planet joint, Save the Planet, I think. He is on some F the world, man. That's why people like him. People always love F the world people. That was Tupac. You know what I mean? Damn. The shit he said, though, about the boomers, yikes. Shots fired. My dad's a boomer, I'm pretty sure, right? He like 70. It's 2025. I think that puts him as a boomer. Man, I'd be tripping out. The boomers did, like, when you were going through 2025 and you're dealing with, like, you know, the inflation and stuff, you're like, they really did have some, like, they had a lot of stuff given to them. However, the one thing I found out recently, I thought the interest rates are high, you know, because we'd like to purchase a home one of these days. And we're kind of getting to that level where it's like, oh, it's getting closer, but the interest rates are kind of wild, you know, whatever. But I was talking to some of my buddies' friends, and they said that in the 80s, the interest rates were 14%. There's a time where they're like 14%. I was like, that's insane. So, you know, things go in cycles, and so who knows? But he's going to F in on this cultural issues joint.
Sometimes in comedy you have to generalize. Now, there's one thing you might have noticed I don't complain about. Politicians. Everybody complains about politicians. Everybody says they suck. Yeah! Well, where do people think these politicians come from? They don't fall out of the sky. They don't pass through a membrane from another reality. They come from American parents and American families, American homes, American schools, American churches, American businesses, and American universities, and they're elected by American citizens. This is the best we can do, folks. This is what we have to offer. It's what our system produces. Garbage in, garbage out.
I don't know where he's going with this, but I'm not going to lie. I would love to hear him do a bit on Donald Trump 2025 in Nog. That's crazy. Dude, this dude's hitting all the issues, bro.
This is the best we can do, folks. This is what we have to offer. It's what our system produces. Garbage in, garbage out. If you have selfish, ignorant citizens, you're going to get selfish, ignorant leaders. And term limits ain't going to do you any good. You're just going to wind up with a brand new bunch of selfish, ignorant Americans. So maybe it's not the politicians who suck. Maybe something else sucks around here, like the public. Yeah, the public sucks. There's a nice campaign slogan for somebody. The public sucks. Fuck hope. Fuck hope. Because if it's really just the fault of these politicians, then where are all the other bright people of conscience? Where are all the bright, honest, intelligent Americans ready to step in and save the nation and lead the way? We don't have people like that in this country. Everybody's at the mall, scratching his ass, picking his nose, taking his credit card out of his fanny pack and buying a pair of sneakers with lights in them. So I have solved this little political dilemma for myself in a very simple way. On election day, I stay home. I don't vote. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't vote. Two reasons I don't vote. First of all, it's meaningless. This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago. The shit they shuffle around every 4 years doesn't mean a fucking thing.
He makes a good point. However, I think if you're involved in a system that you're paying taxes in, you should take part in that system and vote. That's just me. I'm paying all these goddamn taxes. That's really how I vote most of the time. Like, how can I get this tax burden reasonable, right? Like, I don't mind paying taxes at some capacity, but it's just crazy once you start getting to certain levels. It's insane. Taxes are insane. And what's even more crazy is the healthcare system in America. The healthcare system in America is trash. It's the worst thing in any country, I think. It's funny because we're like the most wealthiest country with the worst set of healthcare. That's one of the things that I'll keep it a buck on. Fools talking about make America great again. We need to make America, whatever. I don't know if healthcare ever was affordable. I don't know, but we need a different healthcare system, you guys. A whole U-Haul of health for reals in America. All right, let's go.
And secondly, I don't vote because I believe if you vote, you have no right to complain. People like to twist that around. I know. They say, They say, well, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. But where's the logic in that? If you vote and you elect dishonest, incompetent people, and they get into office and screw everything up, well, you are responsible for what they have done. You caused the problem. You voted them in. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, who did not vote, who, in fact, did not even leave the house on election day, am in no way responsible for what these people have done and have every right to complain as loud as I want about the mess you created that I had nothing to do with. So I know that a little later on this year, you're going to have another one of those really swell presidential elections that you like so much. You'll enjoy yourselves. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure as soon as the election is over, your country will improve immediately. As for me, I'll be home on that day doing essentially the same thing as you. The only difference is when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks. Thank you very much.
Dude, he went ape on that. That was for me, that was probably one of the best George Carlin bits I've seen. What is this? What is this? Hold on. Dumb Americans, George Carlin, Life is Worth Losing. Huh. That might be one to check out. Anyways, you guys, we already know George Carlin is the truth. You know, I don't agree with him on like certain concepts, but the one thing I can say is this mother effer's funny. Because when someone can make me laugh and they're like go against like my beliefs and principles, right? Most of y'all know, like, I'm a Christian dude, believe in God, I vote. You know what I'm saying? But he could still make me laugh and bring up actually valid points. Shit, that's what I'm here for. I try to keep an open mind. That is one thing I do, and I like George Carlin. So anyways, you guys let me know what I got, what I missed. I'll see you later. City boy, city boy.